Three U.S. officials said Litzberger was an active duty Army member who spent time at the base formerly known as Fort Bragg, a massive Army base in North Carolina that is home to Army Special Forces Command. The officials also spoke on this in length as well. The truck explosion came hours after a driver, a 42-year-old, said did
trouble.
Into a crowd in New Orleans, famed Thursday, killing at least 15 people before being shot to death by police. That crash.
I'm just getting caught up on
police believe the driver was
all this craziness that's been going on. Hey y'all. Happy New Year's. Hey DJ X, Happy New Year's. X. Oh man, I miss you, bro. I hope everything good with you and your family. Really updating you. Y'all. Okay, let me turn this off over here because I do not know. You know, when I said, okay, well, first of all, Happy New Year. How you doing? I can't say it like Wendy Williams because Wendy Williams can say it like that for herself since she is back out and about, thank God. Hey, Wendy. Happy New Year to you and you and you and you. I missed y'all. In case you have not been hanging out with me a little bit over the holidays for about the last week or so, I've been dealing with a household filled with the flu. Okay, so I'm still getting over it. So is my 4-year-old, but my son, my middle son, all those middle kids, love them. Get into the whole house. Okay, put my dad in the hospital who was here visiting for Christmas. You know, I'm still de-germing the house, and you know, we just getting along to go along. But it is a new year, and I am happy to be here, and I hope that you had a great holiday. I hope that you had a good New Year's. And I hope that you are safe and your family, friends, loved ones are safe and sound in the midst of all of this mess that is going on. Y'all, let me tell you something. Now, usually, okay, it give us a couple days into the new year before, you know, it start happening, okay? But when I said I was going to enter a segment into the show called In Earth is Ghetto News, I did not mean for it to give me content already. I don't know what is going on this one rock that we all clinging on to, right? Just trying to have a good life. That's all we're trying to do. Eat good, love good, shop good, and listen to, you know, Radio-Muva Live. Excuse me, y'all. I told you. Still recovering. Anyway, but it has been, y'all, the mass casualties. First of all, let me say rest in peace to everyone who lost their lives or lost a loved one in the New Orleans New Year's mass casualty. Anyone who was hurt. I'm so sorry that you were hurt, and anyone who lost someone there. As I see that the number did rise from 12 to 15. Rest in peace, sending love and light and condolences out to the family and friends of those who were involved in the New Orleans casualty. You all, unfortunately, and I hate to say it because it's like you don't get to balance off which casualty is more important because they're all equally important. And so when we talk about there was a mass shooting outside of a club in, I believe it was Long Island. So rest in peace, or to anyone who's hurt there. We're gonna pull up all the stories in a second, as well as of course, you know, the person blew up the Tesla truck in Vegas at the Trump Hotel. Anywho, that's neither here nor there. But what is here or there, guys, is that you know, I always talk about the fact that when it comes to beliefs, I am the number one person who will always say, listen, if you like it, I love it. If you like it, I love it. What I eat don't make you ish, and what you eat don't make me ish. Okay? I don't care what you do. I don't care who you love. All right? I only care when it is done in a way to hurt me or innocent people, or in a way to down other people for their own beliefs, especially when your beliefs are what have you upset with people. So here's the thing. We're still learning more about the guy who was the person he ended up getting killed by the cops. And I know a lot of people have been hitting me up and like, yo, this is why I don't watch the news, blah, 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 blah. Well, somebody's got to do it, right? So then my job is to give it to you in cornbread English so you can understand what's going on, stay informed, and so that we can just as a human race do the best we can, child. Child. To not only have a better year this year, because it's still New Year. I'm 2 seconds from saying, can we just start over February 1st? Y'all with it? I wouldn't mind starting over Black History Month. I'm just saying. But you guys, just spread more love. Spread more love, because it's always, in hindsight, right? It's always in hindsight. And this is with any type of major criminal. You think about when somebody's like, they find the serial killer, or they find the person who committed the crime, etc. And then all of a sudden you start seeing all the news reports and stuff about like going down the rabbit hole of their back hole. They back hole, pause. Going down the rabbit hole of their like backstory, right? So then you start seeing like, the people that went to school with them talking about how they was in school, and then they start pulling up their record, they old mug shots, they this, they that. And then all of a sudden we be like, dang, they look just like that type of person or whatever. But we don't see it until it's too late. And listen, hindsight is 2020, and that's in everything in life. Okay. Such is life. However, we not doing this, y'all. Okay. We're not doing this going into 2025. All right. So I need us to pray, spread love, spread light, positive energy, and whatever your beliefs are, okay, you don't have to die for them to be heard. And if you need help, and you need help, and I don't just mean financially, because a lot of people have already started bringing up the guy, the terrorist, because that's what he is. Let's call him what he is, a terrorist in New Orleans. They're bringing up the fact that, like, they're trying to figure out what happened in his life to kind of cause the spiral, right? And so they're saying, well, it looks like he started having some financial difficulties first, and he needed help and couldn't get help, and then he started having issues with his family and blah, blah, blah. Well, listen, I know it's not always easy when you see people that need help to help them get help, especially if they're adults. I get it. No matter what the relationship is, I get it. So, I always be like, keep your head on a swivel. Y'all, we have got to be more vigilant for the people in our lives as well. Because let me tell you something, simply staying alive 2025 is a blessing itself on a daily basis, and a force to be reckoned with, because people are crazy. Point blank, period. People are crazy. And we're not gonna I already see some people going off of the deep end, and we're not gonna get distracted by that. We're not gonna let people blame this on religion. We're not gonna let this people blame this on beliefs. No, okay. So if he believed in ISIS, that was his business, right? But there's no room for ISIS on this planet. And I say that because anybody who their sole intent is malice, evil, and mayhem, we ain't got time for that. Those are the type of people that need to be locked away. Those are the type of people that I believe capital punishment was made for. You do not, I don't get it. Maybe it's me, maybe y'all tell me in the chat, right? What what I don't see. But what's the point? So you think that you're going to run up and you're going to kill all these people and then get killed in a shootout by the cops, and then what have you had done? What's the point? What's the point? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I probably will never get it. But I do know that it is all of our responsibility to do whatever we can to try to make the world a better place. But I'm going to tell you something, baby. Listen, y'all better find something to do. And when I say y'all, I'm talking about the people who feel like they got to go up on a hill and die for whatever cause that they feel like they believe in so much that they cannot live without dying about it to get the world to know that they believe in it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Y'all better find something to do. If these are your beliefs, that's fine, right? But you got to find a constructive way to do it, a constructive way to get your message across. And it's something I tell my middle son all the time. Stop taking on causes, right? Stop making yourself a martyr for things that don't require you to lay your life down for. Everything is not a war. Everything is not a fight. Sometimes things just are what they are. You know how many people live when we just say, okay, you know what? You live your life and I'm going to live mine. This holiday season, while it has been beautiful and, like I said, marred by flu in my household, but my dad, love him, but he is aggravating as ever, right? But I realize how blessed I am to have a dad alive to say that about. And you start to realize when you're watching the news with your family during something like the Christmas holidays, right? And you just see all the domestic violence, killings, and then the mass shootings, and it's just it's really sickening. It's really sickening, guys. And we got to stop blaming things and really start taking looks in the mirror. And I'm not just talking about you, I'm talking about me too, because no better time than the beginning of a year. And y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You know that New Year energy. It's like that energy that it's only a couple times, right, a year that you get that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? It might be it's like a first day of school energy, right? Like a first day on a new job energy, like a first date energy. Like these type of, energies you have like a New Year energy. It's just your mind state, your the things that you're thinking about, your goals, the positivity, the self temperature check, because you start feeling some kind of way that you were still feeling in 2024, and then you have to stop and check yourself, right? Because you know that you like, you know what? I said I wasn't gonna take. I said I wasn't gonna take this negativity into 2025. So before I cuss this person out, in Jesus' name, let me remember that it is a new year. And with a new year, I get a fresh slate. I get a new chance to try to be better. We are all called to try to be better. Y'all, we got to do better, man. We got to do better. I have to go to the dentist. Yes, I'm starting 2025 off with the dentist. But I don't play about my teeth. So, hey, I'll be back tonight. We can finish our lowdown tonight because we got so much to talk about, y'all, to catch up on. It done been happening, but y'all, we all got to do better, man. We all got to do better because it doesn't make sense. And I'm not just saying it loosely, like in a cliche, or like just because it's something you say when something bad happens. But no, Guys, like this makes no sense. Like that people are grieving loved ones because somebody decided to be so angry about their beliefs that they wanted to kill innocent people. I don't get it. I do not get it. I don't get it. And I heard an interview with some of his family members or friends or something, and a former neighbor or something like that. And they was just saying, like, they never thought he would do this, how the family is embarrassed and the family is praying for the family of the victims, etc. And even and y'all, did you hear that like they found like his will and testament or whatever in his manifesto? And he at first he was gonna kill his family instead of innocent people. He was gonna kill his family and do that. But instead he chose to kill innocent people. And so imagine how his family is feeling today. No, because they didn't know. They didn't know that he was planning on killing them. That just go to show you, man, y'all, life is so short. Who got time to argue? Who got time to be stressed out by anybody? Dusty child. Who got time to be going back and forth with y'all ninjas? Nobody. Okay? Like we all deserve one thing: happiness. And in order for us to do that, we have to first allow other people who are not happy the space and the grace to say how they feel and to try to be more resourceful and try to offer more resources for those people proactively instead of, in hindsight, dang, I did see they were depressed. I wish I could have blah, 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 blah. Dang, I did see his YouTube video saying he needed financial help or help growing his business. And I wish I would have. Yeah, we all we got. We are literally all we got. And God has blessed us with so many things and opportunities. And I don't care what God you serve, okay? I don't care if you take 75, 85, or 285, we all get to the same destination. And with that being said, I feel like we all owe it to our God, whoever your God is, whatever you believe in, okay, to try to make the world a better place and really try to be kinder to one another. You're trying to because here's the real tea. You're really trying to play God when you're killing people and committing suicide and doing things like that. Because what? Because you ain't finna say God told you to do that. You told you to do that. So you're really trying to play God, but yet you act like your religion or your beliefs got you so strung up on it. You feel like you got to make this message, but what really is your message? We need to focus more on love, positivity, success, unity, community, healing, therapy. I'm starting to feel like, man, listen, I'm starting to feel like therapy need to become mandatory. I feel like younger and younger, like, you know how like guidance counselors, right? Because I remember a guidance counselor since elementary school. I just feel like guidance counselors are in the perfect position to maybe do some sort of cross training to start mental health screenings early. So, because I mean, listen, y'all, the school shooters are getting younger and younger. We have got to start being proactive and doing something about the things that we see going on so that we won't just be talking about them, posting videos about them, and making hashtags about it. Because listen, if you got kids or if you want kids, it's up to us to help try to make this world a better place. And this is not a saying, this is 100% fact. And it ain't easy because it's like, what do you do? what do you do when things are so unprovoked that it's like you feel like it's nothing you could have done to prevent it? Well, we got to pray, number one. And I really go back to COVID, y'all, because COVID really, listen, man, you want to talk about God sitting us down. Because what you gonna do when the whole world shut down on you? What are you gonna do? What are you going to do? Sit your ass in the house like you did? Okay? You gonna treat COVID with no medicine? Like the people like me that caught COVID in the beginning, they had to rely on all natural stuff, because then you start to realize like everything that you need, you got it. You couldn't depend on a prescription. You couldn't depend on a doctor. Nobody knew what it was. Nobody, like y'all, just going back to that mindset. And when I say that mindset, I mean of realizing the things that really mattered, right? Putting things into better perspective. And I would like to say, after COVID, life is in a better place, because if it wasn't for COVID and the changes that happened the way that they did with work from home, with the way people consume media, etc., I would not be able to do a show from home, my home studio, right now, and be here with you every day. I wouldn't. Excuse me. I did radio for almost 20 years. And it took COVID for it to bring me to this place. You know what I'm saying? For me to be able to do what I love, do it with you, and create a whole lane of our own. And thanks to COVID and the shakeup that happened from COVID. Not putting any light on the actual, what COVID was or is. But guys, I won't stay on that tangent too long, but it just makes me so angry, because I have a 4-year-old, and it's hard when it's almost like, you remember how it was when, okay, look, if you grew up believing in Santa, you remember, well, hopefully all the kids ain't paying no attention. I'm gonna just say this. You remember when you found out, you know what I'm saying? And then it's just like your whole life was different. Like everything you thought you believed was different. And it's just like, I dread that for my daughter. Just like I dreaded it for my son, but it was different issues going on, right? I dread the one thing she's going to find out, and that I'm going to have to teach her, tell her, explain to her, that is going to take away life as she knows it. And that is inevitable. That is going to happen, okay? Because life is life, and life be lifing. But we all do have an opportunity and a chance to put our good in the world the same way the bad folk is putting their bad into the world. Right? Let's put more good into the world when we see that type of bad stuff happening, because we got to eradicate it. All right? And then on top of that, another thing is that do what you love, y'all. Do what you love. And I don't just mean that professionally. Do who you love as well to them. But just do what you love, because a lot of the cases where these people are killing people, killing their families, killing innocent people, doing these big martyr type statement deaths that they're trying to do, they all stem from some sort of deep resentment toward others, or toward a system, or toward something that's not going their way, etc. And a lot of times frustration and that type of stuff comes from doing what you don't love. And let's be clear, everybody in their life at some point have had to do something that they didn't love for a period of time. But you have to use that as fuel to be able to get to do what it is you really love. Because your happiness is what is going to lower your stress, your anxiety, your depression, and everything else that causes that negative downfall that causes you to start reacting negatively, spilling it out on other people, etc. Okay? Now, last but not least, before I go, okay, yeah, I gotta go to the dentist. I got to go to the dentist. I know I love you too. But I gotta go to the dentist. Because if mother says she gotta go to the dentist, mother gotta go to the dentist. But I'll be back this evening. Like I said, we got some more hanging out to do. Plus, I did some content for y'all. Earlier today, we did a Dollar Tree haul and a Aldi haul. So those videos, promise, will be going up today at some point. All right. Now, last but not least, and this is really, really important, okay? It is the new year, and I know, we joining the gym, right? We starting those diets, all of those things that we said that we were gonna do. And I know the first of the year, the new year, it snuck up on you. And it's really easy to just say, oh well, forget it, I'll just start again next year. Or I'm not ready for my goals, or I'm not ready. Don't let the new year make you put a timer on yourself to the point of where you feel like you're up against a clock to be better, get better, grow, realize your goals, write them out, do your vision board, etc. Everything that you would want to do for a new year. Don't let the fact that the new year's already come, you feel like you're not prepared, or you're already moving on into January. You're not up against that clock. That's not a real clock. The real clock is within you. And only you know, right, what that is. So let the new year inspire you. Don't let it put a deadline on you, right? But let it inspire you to do it now and to not wait until the next year to the new year. Because just because it's the new year, that ain't going to make your dreams, your goals, your vision boards, and everything come to light just because it's the new year. It's you that's going to make it happen. So don't let the new year be your crutch to not do stuff that you said you was going to do just because you're getting started late. Who says you're late? If it's for you and it's you, then it's right on time. I love y'all. Thank you so much for being here. We started off, October last year, building the community, our stream community. And I got a lot of great things in store for 2025. This is the first stream of 2025. Well, technically, we did do a happy New Year stream. We counted down. Yeah. But this is the first official stream. But you got to come back later today because we got other stuff to talk about. And we got so many questions because just like I'm going to the dentist, I'm going to stop by and pick up Dame Dash on my way. I love Dame Dash. Respect everything he did, done, doing. But somebody give Dame Dash a hug, and I'm going to take Dame Dash to the dentist with me. Dame Dash, I do not understand if he has temporaries right now. Maybe that's what it is. And he has been doing the most talking, y'all. The most talking I've ever heard Dame Dash talk in my life. Oh, he's telling everything. He's telling everything, and he is salty. And he's telling everything. And it sounds like every time he talks, he's trying to hold his teeth from falling out. Am I tripping? You hear it. So I'm going to take Dame Dash with me to the dentist, okay? But when we get back on stream, we got to talk about all the tea he's spilling. The tea on Aaliyah, Jay-Z, R. Kelly, Noriega, nobody helping him. 50 Cent, baby. Dame Dash ain't playing with y'all hoes, okay? He even tell us what happened to Emil. Y'all remember Emil? You ain't gotta be rich, but how you gonna get a bus pass? Y'all remember that? Can I get a what? Child, he even tell us what happened with Emil. We got to get some more tea on Foxy because we still don't really know what's going on with that. But anyway, speaking of Dame Dash, she definitely listen. He hurt. He is hurt. But he gonna definitely give us some insight on him and Jay-Z relationship and some situations that happened between them. And speaking of Jay-Z, we got to talk about what's going on with his case. Well, with the fake case, because we know that lady ain't telling the truth. Come on now. But the judge letting it go on through. So, honey, I guess. But I'll update you on what's going on with that. Also, speaking of cases, it's a new year. But we still dealing with some of the same old cases. Got to give you some updates on the Lil Durk situation. Of course, he's still in federal holding. Well, not holding because he's in jail, federal jail, awaiting trial. Him and his co-conspirators, alleged. Also, we got to talk about the continuing YSL trial. I know. I swear I did not think I would be in 2025 talking about a YSL trial. But a YSL trial. And we also got to look for any updates on Diddy. And so much more, y'all. It's so much we got to talk about. I want to talk about your goals. Okay. What are some of your resolutions? Okay. And have you gotten started on your vision board yet? And you do know you can do a vision board for more than just like one vision board. Like I have a business vision board for my business I've been trying to start for years that I'm definitely about to start this year. And sometimes you can do them individually because if you have adult attention deficit disorder like me, ADD, then having things separate makes life a whole lot easier, and it actually makes things easier to get completed. So if you did a vision board just for your love life, or a vision board just for your career, or just for your health, you can do those things as well. So we'll talk about those. We'll look at some and all of that. Child, in other words, make sure you subscribe to the channel, honey. I don't care what you own. Okay. Mothership is YouTube. Radio-Muva on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Okay. TikTok, Twitch, Rumble, Facebook. We everywhere except X. All right. Make sure you subscribe. Radio-Muva. That's MUVA. And we got questions. Because Royce Reed says she got the answers for all the questions the White Howard acting like he forgot. Did y'all see her TikTok series? Move over, Risa Tisa. Baby, Royce Reed is you 2025. And she got a story to tell. And we are here for it. Yes, I am. And she's doing it in parts, y'all. Whew, I can't wait to get into that. Anywho, Happy New Year, baby. I am so happy to be back here with y'all. And I will see y'all later on. If it's something you want to talk about, get the year started that we haven't gotten gotten to cover yet, or I didn't tease, kind of like how Summer Walker keep a new man, like, I keep a new wig, put it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Summer Walker, love her. Shout out to Rico Reckless. I even heard her talking about on phone them grave. I was like, what the blood, man? Summer, do you know? Okay. Whatever it is you want to talk about, y'all, as we get into this new year. Listen, man, guess you want to see on the show, because yes, we're gonna have to, invite some people over to the live this year. Just drop it in the chat. All right. I love y'all. Happy New Year, and I will see y'all later.